Hi, everybody. It's been a really long time since we recorded. Uh, but we're jumping back into recording, and we're going to be posting these on Fridays. And we're in book 4 now, Trials of Respect. But we're going to jump right in. I'm not going to give a huge recap. So here's where the story is so far, the immediate crux you need to know. A party of heroes, Findak, played by Casey, Mithrandir, played by Chris, and Redrix, played by Ben. They're now calling themselves Korvosa's Web. They've traveled north to the barren desert region known as the Cinderlands, searching for information regarding a tainted relic called the Midnight's Teeth. But first they must earn the respect of a displaced indigenous people known as the Shoanti, specifically the Sklarqua, the clan of the sun. After speaking with the Skoan shaman named Thousand Bones, they've decided to head deeper into the Cinderlands to a millennia-old ruined acropolis from a long-forgotten empire to earn the Thrall Keeper's mark. Not only would this symbol earn them great respect, but also some kind of magical boon. Ashdancer, an elder of the Skoan has sent Gavrik Stormborn, played by Mike, to bear witness to these strangers' deeds. Now they headed out from the Hollow Mounds, and they decided to travel by night to escape the heat. On their journey, they were attacked by a rock, a gargantuan winged beast. And after killing the creature, they were each gifted with trophies of the kill by Gravix. The beak went to Redrix for his strength. The claw went to Findak for his cunning. And the feathers went to Mithrandir for his guile and intellect. And here is a picture of the rock, majestic beast. So you continued and enter the early mornings. You finally reach the ruined Acropolis. Its external walls are built of a dark black granite. And back when it was fully built and brand new, it must have been incredibly immense and a sight that you could see across the lands. But now it's just a ruin of its former glory. But this is where you must journey into to claim the Thrall Keeper's mark.
Well, it's hot out, so let's get inside.
That's good.
As you approach, you see that there are several horses tied into the shady area of the ruins. Gravix, you would immediately recognize the painting on the horses. These horses belong to the Sklarqua, the clan of the sun.
Are those the ones that aren't friendly to us?
Those are the ones that you had the tug-of-war match with.
Okay. Those are the ones that are kind of friendly, but not as friendly as the other ones. Right?
They're very guarded around strangers. Anybody who's not a Shoanti. They're the ones you're trying to earn the respect from so that you can speak with their shaman about this relic that they have.
I'll relay back to them that those look like Ashanti horses.
I mean, yeah. Who else would have horses up here?
Horse people.
All right. So we're making our way up into that area. Do I notice anything else? Like, is the door open or?
Yes. So as you make your way to the entrance, you see that the door is a massive 20-foot wide double door, thick stone made of the same dark black granite. The door is ajar.
I thought it was a door.
Now, Gavrik, being a Shawanti and a native, pausing.
Time out, Greg.
Okay.
Not a huge deal, but my guy's name is Gavrik with a K, not an X on the end.
Oh, Gavrik. Okay, I was calling him Gavrik.
I just know
okay.
On the map.
Yeah, get it right, Greg. God.
My bad. Sorry. I will correct that.
Why do you not know these made-up names?
Yeah, you just learned it today. I mean,
Common American name.
Gavrik.
Gavrik.
Gavrik's Stormborn. Okay. Gavrik, you would know that, being a Shawanti, you would know that, not many people have gone after this Thrall Keeper's mark. The people that you've heard about going never return, or they return mad. Some kind of monster lurks in its depths, sleeping, waiting for the next unlucky person to wake it. So one thing you notice about the large 20-foot wide, 20-foot tall stone doors is the Sahedron, the seven-pointed star that you had seen described earlier. The door is open. It's cracked open. Gavrik, you would know this is always been the case. The door's always been open. Because no one dares to really go in.
Like all the way open? Or
No,
like
it's not
usually
all the way open. It's just cracked open. Okay. And it's wide enough for somebody to walk through.
No, sounds like a job for Findak.
I'll kind of look at the door and I'll just point at the door, see if one of them want to go first.
Small man, enter.
Yep.
Okay.
I will crack my knuckles. I already cracked them, so I can't do it on camera. But and then I'm going to inspect the threshold, see if there's any kind of traps that whoever might be in there has laid.
Sure. Yeah. Do a perception or investigation.
19 perception.
So you can see that the whole entryway before the door and just beyond the door, where the light creeps in and descends down the stairs into darkness, that most of the dust has not been disturbed. You do see some footprints, some tracks, human tracks, descending down the steps that had disturbed the settled dust. You don't see any traps. Not many mechanical traps.
I'm going to jump over and land on the first track that I see. Because obviously that's safe.
Obviously safe.
And I'm going to turn around and just be like, yeah, it's safe. Come on in.
I'll follow him.
I'll tag along.
Are there any torches on the wall?
There are some sconces, but they're not lit. And
so with one of my abilities, I can touch something and set it on fire. Mm-hmm. That is as long as it's a flammable object. So I'd like to do that and then just light up the torch.
Sure. Do you take that off? Do you take the sconce off the wall and carry it with you?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. Because as far as you can see, the folks with night or dark vision, they can see 60 feet below, and it just continues to go down. Just step after step after step. There are runes on the walls in a decorative fashion.
Can I read them?
They're not a rune that you might easily recognize.
Okay.
You have to do you can do a history check, or a arcana check.
Yeah, I've read some books. I got a 20.
Okay. These are Thessalonian runes.
Okay.
It's from an ancient millennia old civilization that had an expansive empire before what was known as the Starfall. But those steps just continue into darkness. So if you take a sconce and light it, you can carry that with you for light.
Yeah, I don't think my guy has dark vision, so I'll carry.
I wouldn't, but I have goggles of night, so.
I'll take up the rear, and
yeah, you will.
And as we enter, kind of watching our backs, and then I'll light up my lightsaber.
Lightsaber. Okay. As you take up the rear.
Yep. Take my lightsaber up the rear.
So just put into character. My guy is probably doesn't know a lot about technology, so like this kind of stuff is probably really mind-boggling to see. Findak like put on these goggles and stuff like that. I'm just kind of like, what are those?
And I have a sword made out of fire.
Yeah.
They're my Crocs.
Both rare items that you probably would not have encountered before. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I did just
magic.
Yeah.
So you can
I'll wave my sword around in his face.
Whoosh,
Look at this.
whoosh.
Big spooky magic.
I just lit something with my hand, or on fire with my hand, so fire doesn't impress me that much.
No, it impresses you.
No, it impresses you.
I just grab his sword like this.
You take 1d6 radiant damage.
Pretty sure he has resistance to. He has resistance to fire. Is it?
It's radiant damage, so
yeah, it's radiant.
Oh.
What race are you?
I'm Goliath.
Oh, okay.
Goliath barbarian.
Nice.
The Herald of the Storm. Is that what it is?
Yep.
Okay. I forgot how you did the whole fire thing. That's cool.
So as you descend the stairs, if that's what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll descend at least.
Okay.
What's the marching order?
Imagine you or me first, since we can see. I could go first if you want. That's fine.
So this is a pretty big map, so you might have to zoom out to get to be able to see where you're at.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, so
I can go first.
And then we'll have Gavrik.
Garlic.
Whatever.
I had fixed his name.
Garlic will go second.
No.
And then
I'm not gonna play unless you say his goddamn name right.
Gavrik?
It's Garlics.
I told Casey I wanted to make him Gavrik Greybeard, but then I knew Ben would just end up calling me Gaybeard.
Whoa. We don't use those words. Okay?
How is it insulting? We never said it was a bad thing.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah,
so Gavrik will go second, because then I can at least have somebody hide behind.
That's fair.
Hide in between the two big.
Like be sandwiched between the big two meaty guys.
Yeah, it's like a McDonald's sandwich, like when you get a little bit of meat in between two buns.
Don't worry, there's me a little bit of meat between two buns there.
Okay, so go ahead and put yourselves in marching order. You should have be able to move your tokens around. There you go.
If there's any torches on the wall, like sconces and stuff, I can light those as I'm going.
Sure, okay.
Move forward.
That way.
Forward.
Okay.
Not in the. There we go.
So the walls in this hallway that you just walked through, you would be further back, are composed of black granite, flecked with blood-red deposits of some kind of rock crystal. Intricate patterns of Thessalonian writing and runes are all across and engraved into these walls. We still don't know exactly what they say. The chamber opens up into a 60-foot high domed chamber. Ahead of you is a 15-foot deep pit, basically carved into the granite stone floor. You can see that to your north and to your south there are 2 staircases that are going up, and those with dark vision can probably see that there are on the second level there are small slits or alcoves carved into the wall, and there are 2 small doors atop each of the flight of stairs. The pit in front of you is a foul, cool-smelling, dark, viscous liquid. It looks more solid than liquid, for sure. And those with dark vision would be able to see that, like, you know, when you're in a hot area and your body is so cold that when you exhale, there's still some like frost that forms from it. Well, kind of like the reverse. Like the area down there must be so cold that it's like giving off like some kind of frost. There seems to be some kind of long, maybe tentacles like things wrapped like noodles around each other. They don't seem to react to your presence. But since nobody mentioned going silently, I'll need stealth checks from everybody. Actually, we can forgo the stealth checks. But if you have any equipment that helps with stealth, you can tell them.
I have equipment that hinders stealth.
Yeah, you do.
I got an 8.
You make some noise.
I mean, I have boots of elven kind, so I don't make noise when I walk.
Okay, so you do not make noise.
But I also rolled a natural 20.
So what you're saying is you should have given Redrix those boots.
I make enough noise for everyone.
It doesn't matter. He'd still make noise when he moves his arms.
Yeah, I suppose it's true. Yeah. All right then.
Or twist my torso, or itch my nose.
Don't do that.
I'm very clingy.
So since you kind of know like the other players, so like why don't we describe what our players look like, since it's been such a long time since we've recorded. Let's just start with Redrix.
Well, I am a slightly above average height, very handsome, mustachioed paladin. Very armored. Lots of little plates and rings of metal to jingle around. I also have a really awesome lightsaber that I'm wielding, which half blinds me and makes me stumble around and make even more noise. I don't wear my glasses because they make me look weird, so my perception is usually pretty terrible when I roll.
Explains the bad rolls. All right, Findak, you go next. What do you describe yourself as?
Well, I am a halfling. I've got kind of cropped, curly brown hair, some sideburns, almost chops.
So nothing like your character image.
No, not at all.
Exactly like his character image.
No, I look more like a goblin in my character image, but no, I'm a halfling, Lightfoot halfling.
The way you play your character, you might as well be a little goblin.
Dude,
sticky fingers.
Nice. You look like Ron Perlman from the what is that? The Fantastic Beasts movies. The Ron Perlman goblin. That's what you look like.
Yeah. No. Well, if that's what you guys want to imagine him looking like, sure. But he looks like a very nice halfling. He uses his charm and wit to get the things that he likes. And that's about it. He's at a 7 if you're going by halfling looks.
Yeah, he's like a 5 regular, but a 7 halfling.
Yeah. But I mean,
Redrix is like a
his
8.
charm and wit, he's probably like a 4.
Give yourself some. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, everything you say. All right, Mithrandir. How would you describe?
Mithrandir is a, let's say, average height elf. His picture makes him look a lot darker, which is traumatizing.
I like it.
He at least started out a little bit more happy and carefree, and I guess I'd say the trials that he's gone through lately have soured that a bit.
You did get sick a lot.
I don't think I got sick too
much.
Me.
That was
me. Yeah, that was definitely Findak.
I thought both
That's
of you
what
guys
turned him into a goblin.
All that blood.
But you're right. But I mean, he's kind of lost a bit of that carefree, happy-go-lucky, and he's just kind of wanting this whole debacle to come to a peaceful end.
That's how these things normally work out, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, it'll be a very bloody peaceful end, but it'll still be peaceful at the end.
Yeah.
So, and he's
Findak's still pretty chipper with everything that's happened.
Yeah, look at your smile.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're way richer. But and yeah, he's willing to put a sword and staff of power to good use until that comes.
All right. Stormborn.
Gavrik is a Goliath. He's about 7 feet tall, about 300 pounds.
He's very stealthy.
He actually has a +5 in stealth.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
It's because he's naked.
And yeah, right. And covered in his tribal marking tattoos and scars. He's a little on the older side. He's like mid-50s, big gray beard, and just really rugged, kind of haggard looking, like he's seen some shit. And yeah, it's scary.
You've come into this vast, empty chamber. What do you do?
Well, I'm watching R6, so I don't see the empty chamber yet.
You said there was a door on each side?
Yes, to the north and south, just past, just the top that flight of stairs, if you can see it. And each one of those, on the grid, each one of those squares is 5 foot.
Let's see. But we noticed something down in that pool.
Noodles.
Yeah, you would see a quivering mass, just stretching like a skin across the surface of this pit. You have no idea how deep that pit is. It drops to 15 feet, and then it's this fleshy mass.
I kind of do the whole look at Mithrandir, and I do the eye contact thing, and I'm gonna point off to the side and go shh, without making noise, but do the finger to the lips. And I'm going to come up the stairs this way, and just kind of get more sight of what's going on up in here.
Sure. Immediately ahead of you is a stone door. You can't see any kind of observable handle, but there is a sahedron, a 7-pointed star, in the center of it. So we just lost Chris, but he'll be back. There he is. Okay, so there's a door ahead of you, and then as you turn towards the east, you see that you're on an elevated platform that is another maybe 10 feet above the pit from where you were before.
Okay.
And then you see in the middle kind of cuts that pit area in half, and it goes north across where it says A2. But you see another door down to the east right about here.
Okay, I can't see that stuff yet. So
Oh, you can't see that yet? Okay.
Not by my character standards on the map, but
as you walk
okay.
across there, you see that there are slits you can peek through with your dark vision.
I'm gonna go ahead and look in one, see what I see.
It looks like a small.
The one right,
Hmm?
The one right in front of me here.
Yeah. You kind of peek around as best you can. They do a history check for me. And while you're doing that, what is everybody else doing?
A 12.
We're all doing a 12.
Well, you're not up there, Redrix.
No, I'm in the back. Like I said, I'm kind of watching the back while everyone else, since I don't have dark vision.
Okay. You do have some light, though. Your character should be giving off an aura.
I have my little saber, but I don't want to blind all the people with dark vision, so I'm just going to hang in the back, kind of let them lead the way.
Okay. Mithrandir? Gavrik?
I'm gonna head up to kind of opposite what Findak's going.
Okay. Yeah, you go up to the flight of stairs and you see a door straight ahead of you. It's a much smaller stone door. It's made out of the same black granite. Again, it doesn't have an obvious handle on it, but it does have in the center of it is this 7-pointed star. And you can see those same kind of slits there. You can do, if you want to, you see like it looks like a small hallway maybe.
Okay.
Findak, with your history check, this is something you've seen before on the outside of castles and fortifications, where it's like an arrow slit almost. You know, where you can just like aim a weapon through and shoot through without easily being shot at.
Do I see any kind of weaponry in there when I peek in?
No.
Okay.
But you can do either an investigation or a wisdom check. And Gavrik, what are you doing?
Could we possibly, like how my guy has his name underneath, is there any way we could do that with all the guys I don't remember everyone's names so far. So that way I'm not.
They should all have their names underneath them.
Findak and Redrix do not.
Findak and Redrix.
Yeah, that's on my side.
On my screen they do.
No, on my side it does.
Redrix doesn't have it on mine, but
mine doesn't.
Oh.
I'm seeing it on mine. But yeah, I mean you just met these people too, so like how would you get their attention?
Oh yeah, okay, one sec. Okay. So what I was gonna do is, what's Ben's character's name?
Redrix.
Blondie.
Oh, I got it.
Yep.
I point at him, and I gestured him to go to the opposite way, and I'm gonna go follow Findak.
I'm gonna give him some hand signals back.
Tell him he's number one.
Yep. You're number one.
I got a 21 for my check.
So you haven't seen anything really on like weaponry anywhere. This place has been empty for thousands of years, like millennia, multi-millennia. If Mithrandir was able to, convey that these runes and this language is Thessalonian predates any civilization that's around in Galarian for thousands and thousands of years. It's a dead culture. People, they don't exist anymore. These ruins are all that's left of their culture and society. What you do see is a thick layer of dust. No one else has asked for any kind of like survival check to check for traps or anything like that. So you do remember checking in the beginning before entering that you did see some footprints going down as well. But a survival check would give you more information of like how many or like how long ago it was. Since we lost Chris, we will go to either Redrix or Gavrik.
I'm gonna basically follow what Gavrik recommended. I'm gonna go kind of try and find Mithrandir.
Okay. Yep.
As stealthily as I can.
Okay, do a stealth check.
I'm gonna creep, try and tiptoe.
Oh god.
It's not great so far, guys. Really not great. I got a 6.
Ooh. Big 6.
Maybe while he's
picture me like cartoon, like tiptoeing.
Now,
trying to be quiet.
I don't know if you've been in a granite room with a large, domed chamber, but if you've done any like cave diving or gone cave exploring, like it's gonna echo. So like even the folks like Findak and Gavrik that are across the way can hear the echoing. Mithrandir, when you turn around and notice, I'd like you to do like you get this. You hear him coming up. Do a perception check.
Okay.
I'm gonna whisper to Mithrandir to be like, "What'd you find?" But it's like, it's not really a whisper. It's like, "Hey,
it's not whispered at all."
Hey, what'd you find?
I got an 18.
Yells. Your thoughts immediately go back to maybe what Gavrik had mentioned about a sleeping monster or monstrosity that lived in this ruin. So your eyes immediately go from Redrix down to the pit where you've seen this fleshy mass.
Yeah.
And you see it twitch.
Oh shit.
Now when I say this thing is gargantuan, I mean like these things are gargantuan. Like easily each tentacle is the size of one of those zombie elephants that you guys had seen in the labyrinth a while back.
Oh.
That's how big each one of these tentacles are. This thing is monstrously gargantuan. You do not want this thing to wake up. Gavrik, you make your way over to Findak.
Yeah, I was gonna say, could I maybe roll like an Arcana or something, or history or whatever, to see if there's any, if I know of any like, I don't know if my people spoke of this monster, told stories of it, if there's anything I would know.
Like I said, it is very, very rare that anybody even mentions going down here to earn the Thrall Keeper's Mark, because the Thrall Keeper's Mark is such a respected symbol for your people to achieve. But saying that you're going to do something and not doing it is kind of bad character as well. So like your people would look down on somebody if they say they're going to do it and not do it. But all the stories you've heard is that either people come down here and never return, or they come back insane, just gone mad.
Okay.
And
is there any way I could...
Hmm?
I think my guy, I was trying to find it. I think he's he has does some tracking, or is he like a tracker?
Mm-hmm.
If there was any way I could see where those footprints led to.
Yeah.
I guess if I didn't already walk the wrong way.
Yeah, you would have gone the... Well, you can do a survival check, because you kind of... I mean, Findak may have trampled over some of them.
That is a 17.
Okay, yeah, you can see that there are several tracks of large humans that had come through here, or humanoids. You can tell by their footprint that they're most likely humans that have come through here. Easily the same size as you, maybe. And this would probably match up with the Sklarqua horses that you had seen at the entrance.
Bastards. Did you say does my tribe get along with them?
Yeah, your tribe your peoples get along pretty well with the other clans.
Okay.
The Skoanqua, which is the Skull clan that you're a part of, they're kind of the tenders of the dead. So whenever anybody from a different tribal member dies, they come to your tribe to tend for their dead.
Okay, cool.
So they're not your enemy, but they just don't trust outsiders. So and when I say outsiders, I mean people that are not Shoanti. They call them Tishamic.
Okay.
So anybody who is not a Shoanti, they call it Tishamic. They don't have a name.
The three of us.
They don't have a name because most of the time, Tishamic don't care about your name or your tribe's name. They just call you all Shoanti.
Okay.
So that's where those folks are coming from. So what other roles do we have? I think it was Findak, you had wanted to know if there was any weapons or anything like that. You don't see you see debris on the ground, but if there was anything of value, it had been picked clean long ago.
I'm just trying to make sure there's no ballista that's ready to shoot out at us or anything like that.
No, not that you can see. Okay, Chris, what do you want to do?
I would like to check out this door.
Okay. Like I said, it's not like a door you've seen before, so I'll need you to do either an investigation or an intelligence check.
Okay. Got a 13.
Okay. So you're examining. Which did you use? Investigation or
investigation?
Investigation. Yep. So you're examining this symbol, and it seems to be a little bit raised from the door, almost like a button.
Okay. Can I push it?
You press the button, and over the course of a minute, you hear a grinding sound of stone against stone, and the door slowly swings open. You can go ahead and click the door icon, and it should open.
Hey, cool.
Hey, dynamic lighting.
It's pretty slick.
Mm-hmm. It took me a while to get this set up, so you're welcome.
Oh, it looks cool.
And you walk through the door. And you can see ahead of you, probably about 30 feet, going off to the east. The slits in the wall continue that you can view through out into the open area, and another door ahead of you.
There's nothing in this hallway?
There's nothing. There's just those same runes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. over and over again. Okay, you move into the hallway.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow behind Mithrandir.
Okay.
You followed, and the whole place went dark.
Yeah, so it's my. I think my.
Oh, you're moving again.
Sword.
My dynamic lighting's goofy.
I see light shining out of the slits.
Mm-hmm.
That's because I'm seeing out of them.
That's what she said.
Oh, you keep moving.
No, it's when Redrix goes up in there.
Every time you keep moving,
Shines
I'm going to keep ticking away at the noise level. You moved again.
Chunk.
But hey guys,
Like, this is so weird. I can see the light going through here. Do you see? Jumping in and out of the door. Yep. As Redrix is mesmerized by his light show.
Stick my lightsaber out the hole, back in the hole.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah. I don't know where Mithrandir went. I can't see him on the map anymore. So.
I'm right here.
He's right there.
Right?
I'm right here.
I like I said, on my screen, it's all I can see little lines of light where the slits are, but everything else is black.
Well, yeah, because you don't have night vision or dark vision.
I can't. I don't know where Mithrandir
He shaved it
went.
with that sword.
But Mithrandir, as you see this above average in height paladin in armor moving around and making noise, you see a massive and a gargantuan. You should be able to see it through the door, through that slit now.
Yep.
That it has risen up.
Yeah, I wish it didn't see it. I wish it didn't see it.
You're welcome,
And
guys.
begins searching for the sound, as though it's the tip of the tentacle is like just searching. Okay. And Findak and Gavrik, y'all are still out there. And you see this too, probably. You hear it slushing around like a wet, slushy mass. And you see this massive, or at least Findak can probably clearly see this gargantuan purple-gray tentacle rise up. And it easily comes over to your eyesight level. And it just seems to be searching for that sound. It's like...
Gavrik has a torch, right?
He has a torch, yes. It does not seem to notice anything about the light. But it is seeming to be searching for the sound. Maybe it's pointing over into the direction where it last heard it. So, like, maybe it's pointing over this way. The tip of the tentacle.
Okay. I'm gonna tell I'm just look over at Gavrik and put my finger to my lip and start moving down this walkway.
Okay. You see another door there. Same thing. A symbol in its center. Gavrik, you move that way too?
Yeah.
Okay, now if nobody's telling me that they're doing it stealthily, I'm going to assume that you're just walking across it.
Well, I don't make noise when I
No, you don't make noise, but nobody else has gear that makes them, silent.
What?
No. I was going to say something before I started walking, but...
Sure, okay. You can retroactively do it.
Well, I was just saying I was gonna, but then I was like, well, if something would set it off, I think he would have set it off before me, but I guess, yeah.
You just sent that. This is what you see. Yep, that's what you see. That's what you see. That's because you don't have dark vision.
Well,
all right, so yeah, right in front of you to the south, there's a double-sided door. That's Gavrik, and Findak.
All right. Can I inspect the door to see are there handles?
Again, there are no handles. It just seems to be this raised symbol of a 7-pointed star.
Okay.
It's a motif that you see
Guess I'm
kind of
gonna-
everywhere in this area.
Guess I'm just gonna push it.
Okay, you push it.
And I tell the ground to be quiet. So obviously, I probably heard the fucking other one open up.
Yep, you probably did hear it echoing. So the door opens. You go ahead and click it and open the door. You should have actually be able to do that.
Hey, Greg.
Yes.
Ben's sword gives off bright light in a whatever foot radius, correct?
15 foot.
So he would have normal daylight vision within that, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I see in the picture that it doesn't. I don't know why it's doing that.
Okay. That's kind of what I was getting at, I guess.
Oh.
It's like holding a torch.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it looks like that.
Okay.
But there's nothing in that hallway.
No, it's just cool. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's doing that. It's roll 20. I did my best. I'm sorry.
Hey, it looks good.
More like roll 1.
All right, Findak, as the door opens, creaking and groaning, stone against stone, it opens up into an illuminated room, and in its center of this otherwise empty chamber, there's a 5-foot diameter hole that's kind of surrounded by a ring of tangled runes. Inside the hole is a shaft filled with brilliant emerald light that seems to drop forever. And then there's a door to the west and to the east, and a second door to the southeast. And while you're thinking of
looking at the tentacle, does it seem to be going towards?
It just kind of twitched again and maybe looked around towards where the sound just came from.
You going for a jump?
No, I didn't move him.
You didn't move him?
I never moved him. Wasn't even touching my mouse.
Somebody else is moving him.
I have control of him. I just realized that because I was like, why can I see him and no one else? I can move him.
Dickhead.
Just coaxed you into jumping.
I wanted to see if everyone else could see it when I moved it.
I'm going to have to take your privileges away.
That's
yeah.
Okay. So, Mithrandir, Redrix, Gavrik?
I can move him too, just so you guys know.
Yeah, I can too.
Okay, everybody can move everybody else.
Nope, just Gavrik.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't touch me.
Oh, you like it.
Oh, you moved. The tentacle's coming after you.
I'm gonna check out this next door.
I'm out of here. You guys can do this yourselves.
He runs across the room.
Getting grabbed by the tentacle on the way out.
I stealthily left the room. Sorry. I forgot.
Okay, so you activate that door, Mithrandir?
Yes, please.
Okay, go for it.
Ka-dunk.
Ka-chunk. And as you open it, you see a group of Shawanti.
Uh-oh.
They make sneering noises at you. And you can recognize them as Krojun, eat what he kills, and 3 of his thunder callers.
Hmm.
They have their totem spears angled towards you. One of them is carrying a torch. He greets you with a stoic nod.
I will nod back.
And
Make my
Redrix,
way
where are you?
into
Where are you at, Redrix?
I'm gonna stealthily make my way in there.
Okay.
Ping me where you're at, Chris, so I know where to move my thing at.
I'm right on top of you.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm right next to you.
Okay.
Right here. That works.
Yeah, I can't see anything, so
It's okay. There.
I put my lightsaber away, and it's all dark now.
Oh man, roll 20 I think froze on me. Anyway, okay. So Gavrik, what do you do?
I'm gonna follow Findak again.
Okay.
Into that room stealthily.
Okay. You don't have to roll a
Oops.
stealth check. Just you be quiet.
Okay.
And you see, peering through there, you probably would have seen, like, peeked in a little bit just around the corner and saw what he saw. Just this big hole in the ground with light coming up from it. And there's runes that are tangled around it.
Oh, shit.
Findak, you've been in the room for a few seconds now. What do you think that you would do next?
I'm going to take out a ball bearing and just drop it in there.
Just drop it in there?
Yeah.
Okay. You hold it over the hole and drop it in, and it falls and just seems to disappear in the light. It's so bright that you can't really easily see it without really paying attention to what's going on.
What do these ruins look like?
They look a lot like the ruins that you've seen throughout this Acropolis, but you can't comprehend them unless you have a comprehend languages ability or spell.
Yeah, let me pull it out of my ass real quick.
Hey, I'm over here.
Let's see.
Your name's Mithrandir, not my ass.
Yeah.
That's their nickname I have for him.
I've been called worse.
Nope. And the other doors have the same symbol and shit on them, right?
The same. They look exactly the same.
Is there a way to shut this door that we just opened and came through?
You can.
Is there like a mechanism?
You can attempt to press the same button again.
I'm gonna press the button on this door over here.
Okay, go ahead. It's another 30-foot hallway going off into the east. The same black granite, the same slits.
Is it right if I just follow him around on here?
Sure.
Without being out of turn or whatever?
Yeah, there's no turn order. I'm just trying to get everybody's, voice on the recording.
I can't see very much without him.
I'm gonna check the other door then and see what's in that one.
Sure. Go ahead and open it. As you open it, you see a strange bronze statue standing in the center of this room. The statue depicts a half-snake, half-woman creature with the lower body of a serpent coiled around its stand. The upper body of the torso is of a slender woman. Her hands are crossed over her chest to clutch two objects in her hands. The right hand holds a large quill, like to write with. The other holds a jade-handled whip. 6 bird-like wings emerge from the body's shoulders, and instead of a head, there is a disc bearing a 7-pointed star. And she looks a bit like this. That should pop up on your screens there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it did.
that's what it looks like. That's what Findak sees.
Damn.
And are those ruins that are those marking symbols that are on them? Are they the same as the ruins that are on that?
They're in a similar style, but they're not exactly the same.
Okay.
That is what you see. The tip of the whip looks sharp and functioning, and like a dagger. It's like a whip with a dagger at the tip of it. The whip seems to be made out of some kind of linked metal.
Bet it's expensive.
The handle of the whip also has runes on it. And so Mithrandir and Redrix, you see Krojan there. He kind of muscles his way to the front of the group. You two, you make noise out there.
Not intentionally.
Some of us do.
He kind of moves oh, I bet I'm in the wrong one. So he kind of moves as silently as he can and peeks out and sees. He looks back at you, Redrix, and sneers. You've awakened the beast. Now we must tread even more lightly.
I mean, I'll try, but it's in the hands of the gods at this point.
I was going to try to move my character over to see it, so that whoever's watching can see what's going on. But I have to open all the doors and all that.
I mean, because it's so dark down here, when Krojan peeked off to the side, he probably noticed the light from across the complex and saw Gavrik holding it, or somebody holding a torch.
I was just trying to show what's going on in that room for anybody that's watching the video, because all they see is black besides where I'm at.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So you describing what's happening, no one's seeing it on the map.
If you zoom in, you should be able to get it if you're capturing it.
But he only captures what his character sees.
What I see. Yeah.
And with the dynamic lighting, it blacks out everything he doesn't actively see right now.
Oh, okay.
So I only see A4. And for whatever reason, a small radius of Gavrik.
Yeah, because that's what your characters would see.
Exactly.
Like as your players, you would probably know a little bit more as what I'm describing. But
right.
Yeah.
But the downside is that now Casey is recording and only gets to record what Findak sees.
Only what I'm seeing. So you're describing what's happening to the people watching, but they're not seeing anything happening on the map because it's all black.
Right.
Besides where I'm at. So anything that Mithrandir and Redrix are doing is not
Double
being
like that.
shown.
Yeah.
So on your screen, you don't see, like, if you scroll up to just north, you don't see anything?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
Wouldn't it make sense for Greg to record roll
I think
20?
so.
well, if I do that, then
You're
You
gonna
see
show
everything.
you're gonna
Yeah.
see everything.
Yeah.
Every time I open up a window, it's gonna block the camera view.
Yeah.
Can you
Okay,
disable the lighting just for Casey?
Then the just record what you can. We'll just keep
Yeah.
going. No big deal.
Yeah.
Big deal. All right. So continuing on, what do you guys do?
Are Trojan and his lackeys trying to stop us at all?
Nope, not at all. They're just
Okay.
in the way. It's a narrow corridor.
What's behind? Can I see behind them?
Yeah, you'd be able to see a curved northern alcove.
Mm-hmm.
In this chamber, displaying a brilliantly colored bas relief carving of a woman with 6 wings and a serpentine lower body. The coils of her lower body wind in and around a large 7-pointed star. There are tiny shards of gemstones embedded in her tail and make her scales glisten as though they are wet with moisture. But in some places, chunks of the carvings have been cracked or crumbled away, giving the depiction of a serpentine woman with a strange but undeniable look of age and decay.
I'll ask the minions if I can slip past, and can I get closer to it?
They each kind of just grunt and
Okay.
allow you to get through.
Thank you.
But other than that, there's nothing else in this room.
Okay.
Except there's those runes everywhere.
I'd like to take a little time and cast Comprehend Languages, please.
Sure. While you're doing that, Redrix, your thoughts on what to do?
I'm gonna ask, what's his name?
Trojan.
Crojan.
That's what it is.
In like attempting to be quiet. It's like, is my noise an issue? Should I be quieter?
Yes, you should be quieter. That thing is massive and dangerous. We're going to be expected to sneak out now.
I'm going to attempt to, as quiet as possible, remove my plate armor.
Okay. That's going to take several minutes to doff plate armor by yourself. Yep. So while you're doing that, Mithrandir casts Comprehend Languages.
Mm-hmm.
It reads, Lysala grants us knowledge. Through knowledge we gain power. Kershu is her herald. Just over and over again, punctuated with the same 7-pointed cross intermittently. And it just seems to wrap around the room and in and out. Lysala grants us knowledge. Through knowledge we gain power. Kershu is her herald.
Okay. There's no like reliefs or buttons or anything to push or twist on this. Simple statue.
Her breasts have nipples.
Sweet. I'll point them out to Redrix.
Nice. As I'm trying to get my armor off.
That'll show respect, right?
The Stormcallers and Krojan each kind of like hoot, but really like silently like hoop 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 hoop, like laughing. You have gained one respect point.
One respect point. One noise point.
One respect point and one noise point.
Perfect. That was the goal.
Do you press her on her breasts or nipples?
No. Not at this time.
Not at this time. Okay. Findak, Gavrik?
I'm gonna step into the room and motion for Gavrik to come in the room. Then I'm gonna press the button on the door to shut it.
Okay. It slowly shuts.
Okay,
You
I
in
think
for
we can
eternity.
kind of talk. Maybe, hopefully, the walls are thick enough where they can't hear us, but they still talk at a quiet tone. Not if you understand me.
Yes.
Okay, good. My name's Findak, by the way. Nice to meet you, finally. Do you know what any of these symbols are? Like, this is from your area. Maybe you might know.
I don't know. I was gonna Greg that if I recognized it at all.
No, this predates your culture centuries. You don't know, these aren't your gods. You've never seen a symbol like the statue that you've seen before. You've heard of the seven-pointed star as being like this symbol of respect and power, but that's it. Yeah, this predates your society thousands of years.
Okay. So I kind of look.
Would he know that this is the Thrall Keeper's mark?
I don't think he would, but do a you can do a religion or a history check.
Well, I'm gonna ask him. Like, is this the Thrall Keeper's mark? Do you know? Because it's everywhere in here.
I don't know. You want me to roll?
I think that you would be able to tell him without rolling that the seven-pointed star is a symbol of the Thrall Keepers. I think that's something that your character would know, but you don't know how to get the Thrall Keeper's mark. It's not something that as probably easy as coming into this Acropolis and just picking up and taking out.
Okay. Headbutt that star symbol on her head. See if you get the mark, and we can leave.
I could try touching it and setting it on fire.
Okay.
Should I try it?
I mean,
that sounds sketchy.
I'm gonna open the door, and then you do it. I open the door and slowly start backing out. Yeah, go for it.
You fucking bastard. God damn it. Well, you're going for TPK, right?
No. First and last episode. Sorry, guys. It was just so bad recording Roll20. We're just sending it.
I guess I don't know if that would even work with me if it's a non-flammable object.
It's not a no. It's metal. It seems to be made of bronze. We've seen bronze before.
Okay.
I mean, you can possibly try looking at it a little harder.
Okay.
I mean, all I gave you was a cursory. This is obviously what it is and what you see.
Yeah. Yeah. Could I?
You're gonna set it on fire?
I don't know if I want to set it on fire. If I just want to touch it.
Nah, set it on fire. Go big or go home.
All right. I'll try and place my hand on the 7 whatever points or whatever, and see if I can light it on fire with my touch.
It does not ignite. The metal is cool to your touch. While you're reaching up to it, you have to climb up onto its dais, the pillar that it's on, the bronze pillar that it's on. And you can see that the whip and the quill are both removable.
Ooh.
When you touch the 7-pointed star, nothing happens.
How big is this thing?
It's big. I mean, it only sits on that 5-foot square area, but its wings stretch out over your head.
Because I'm 7 feet tall. Like if I've reached up, that's...
It's taller than you, but you can easily reach up to it without jumping. Maybe you don't have to climb up onto its dais on its pillar, but...
So, did Findak close the door, or is it still open?
I think it's still open.
It's open.
I kind of gesture him back in.
Do you want me to close it?
I kind of gesture like towards the quill and the whip, and kind of, I don't know, make a hand symbol, kind of showing that like you can tell that they're removable, that you could take them.
And at that, we cut back up to the northern room with Mithrandir and Redrix and the 4 other Shawanti. Krojan comes down. The other Stormcallers move out of his way without him asking. He comes up to Redrix and he faces you. I know why you are here, Tashaman. I know that you are coming for the Thrallkeeper's line. I tell you this, you will not get it before me. And he kind of puffs his chest up a little bit. I mean, he's just maybe a hair taller than you. But by this time, you've already, doffed your armor, most likely.
Yeah. Say, hey man, you're more than welcome to take it first. I think there's enough marks down here for all of us.
That is not how it works, Tashaman. Only one of us may leave here with the Thrallkeeper's mark, and it will not be you. It will be me.
You brought
Krojan
4 people.
Eats what he kills.
Well, Krojan, I guess that means if you get the mark, then you have to come with us to do the other things that we have to do.
I will go back to my clan, and I will be a hero in their eyes, and you will be nothing. You beat me at a child's game. You got lucky.
I mean, if I could beat you at a child's game, I feel like I could probably beat you at this too. Even without my armor.
Nothing. Mithrandir, it's just those same runes and phrase over and over again.
Okay.
You can see that there are a few more descriptions of or documentation of not Lysala, but Kershu in this room. So you think that the woman that you're seeing in the depiction here with a serpentine body and a female torso with wings, but with a humanoid face, is Kershu, not Lysala.
Okay.
But Lysala is the herald of... I'm sorry, Kershu is the herald
of Lysala.
Of Lysala.
Yeah, gotcha. All right, Redrix, let's go. Can we go through this door?
Yep.
Mithrandir, you don't have a bag of holding or anything, do you?
I do. Yeah, dump it in.
You want Tessa's armor?
Yeah, dump it in. You're good.
Yeah. Perfect.
He's got a cloak of wand holding.
I do that. Yeah, that as well.
Well,
that as well.
That'll come in later.
Yeah.
I don't need my wand held right now.
Sorry. It's a Findak. He can hold your wand for you.
He makes it look so big, though.
But small hands. Yeah, I'll take off down this hallway. I don't know how far I can get, but that far-ish.
Yeah, we're not in combat right now, so it's not
Cool.
super
Yeah,
important, but you make it to that
this
door.
hallway. Is there anything in the hallway?
It's the same. It's just the same ruins over and over again. It would remind you of kind of like a museum, an exhibition hall, almost, I think. You're a very intelligent character, if not full of wisdom.
Ish. Intelligent. Book smart.
There you go.
Book smart.
Yeah. Okay. Then I guess if there's nothing too crazy in this, I'll go through this next door.
Okay. Krojan also follows closely behind you.
Oh, so he's gonna follow us through everything. Okay.
Along with his 3 stormcallers. And they're wearing like light moccasins, so they're moving pretty quietly.
Right.
Yeah, you make it to that door.
Cool. Hey, Redrix.
Yeah.
Do we want to stop these guys from following us?
Definitely.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of gently push Redrix through this door, and then I'm gonna walk through the door as well.
Okay.
And before they get there, I'd like to peel off the iron door off of my robe of useful items and paste it in the doorway.
Okay, so you basically bar them from going through that doorway.
Correct.
They are the tribe you are trying to earn respect from.
Yeah,
you know that, right?
Respect us.
It's a challenge.
They'll respect us when we get the mark.
Exactly.
You're like,
I'll be. Hey, meet you on the other side.
Okay.
Basically. We're gonna go. No cheating. We can't do all the work for you.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent.
Sorry.
You do that.
You guys find your own way.
The hall runs from the north to the south. Mithrandir, you can see that to the north it ends in just rubble. If it did continue on that direction, it collapsed a long, long time ago.
Okay. South it is then.
Findak and Gavrik, you're both in the room with the mysterious bronze statue.
So what I kind of want to do, I was gonna say, if my character is not, he's got like -1 for intelligence. So I want to say that he's maybe kind of enthralled by this, and I want to see if he would reach up for the whip to grab it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if Findak would, maybe if he would stop me, what his reaction would be, to smack my hand or something.
No, dude, take it.
So I'm gonna
he
try.
Takes the whip, and we just start blasting. As he reaches for the whip, I take a few steps back.
Okay. You take the whip from the statue, and you now have this.
I was gonna say I should have done a Indiana Jones and replaced it with something else.
Oh. Well, you take it, nothing happens, but you have this strange whip in your possession now. It's
All right.
It's a martial weapon. I don't know if your character is limited to the kinds of weapons you can use, but it's a martial weapon. I checked.
Okay.
He should have martial weapon because he took a martial weapon as his main weapon.
Good, yeah.
Okay. Findak, you see that he takes the whip and nothing happens.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the quill.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna tell him to take the quill because he's there. There's no reason for us to both be on the statue. Hey, grab the quill. I have an idea.
Okay, I'll grab the quill too then.
You take the quill.
The thing blows up, and we all die.
No. You take the quill, and you have this quill in your hand for just a few seconds, but it's so old that the moment it touches your hands and maybe the oils in your fingers start to interact with the material, it crumbles away. Nothing else happens.
What'd you do?
I kind of turn around, look at Findak, and like shrug my shoulders, like, huh?
Motherfucker. Okay. Hey, there's a door over here. Let's go. Let's go through it.
I just nod my head.
I'll allow it.
Be quiet.
Yeah, I stealthily follow him.
Sure, you make your way right behind Findak to the door. And I think the door's already open because you had opened it.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna peek out here and see what the tentacle fucking thing is doing.
Let's see. The tentacle is still just up, and it's just kind of waving, kind of like in the air. You just don't care.
Just don't care.
Wave back, don't be.
He yells.
Antagonizing it.
I'm going to use prestidigitation to make a musical sound come off that sconce over there to see what its response is to it.
Sure. How long do you do that for?
Like just enough to make it come over there, like a couple note tune.
Okay. Yeah. So it peeks around in that direction. You can see light coming from the northern area. There's this wall to the north. I don't know if you can see me blinking there, but
yeah.
And you can see that there are people there. You don't know who's there. Your character doesn't know. But more importantly, you see a second tentacle rise out from the other side of the pit.
Okay. Walk up to Gavrik, tug on his loincloth maybe, and just put my finger to my lips, and then point out there and go give number 2, and then start making my way down this hall.
Thought you were gonna say you were gonna put your finger somewhere else.
For number 2.
After you tugged at my loincloth. No, Greg, I'll stealthily follow him.
Sure. Okay.
Quiet.
Cool. And you see another door ahead of you, Findak. Same description as
Press it.
before. It opens. The same rumble.
Move on in.
You peer through, and to the north, you see Mithrandir and Redrix, and to the south, you see what would have been a hallway, but is been crumbled and completely filled with ruin. If it did go to the south further, it's been long collapsed. There are 2 doors halfway between you and Mithrandir. Right here.
Head up this way. I see more slits, obviously.
You do see more slits. Go ahead and do an either an investigation or an intelligence check.
That would be a 3.
Yeah. Mithrandir, Redrix, what do you do? You can see to the south of you, Findak and Gavrik emerge from the doorway to the south.
I'm gonna silently wave. Now that I have no armor on and I can do that.
Yeah.
Only Findak can see you. Because he has night vision. Dark vision.
Thumbs up.
Slowly make my way towards the middle.
Okay. As you get to the middle, you can see 2 stone doors. One to the left of you, one to the right of you. Go ahead and do a investigation or intellect score.
Got a 27 investigation.
These slits are put in specific ways to view whatever's out. These are observation ports. Remember how I told you this looked like it reminded you of some kind of museum or facility?
Mm-hmm.
This is their observation. These are their observation windows.
Sweet.
And you can see now that there is a second gargantuan, gray, fleshy tentacle risen up from the pit now.
Gross. I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I guess I'm gonna cast message and tell Findak, do not open this door. There's a tentacle out there.
Yeah, I know. I saw it.
Okay, just figured. And then I'll wave after you.
I forgot to take sending to message you, so I'm glad you messaged me.
Yeah, and it's a cantrip, so.
Yeah.
Should have done is picked up that telepathic bond.
Yeah.
Always spells for me to pick up. Why is that?
The life of a wizard.
Too many options, not enough spell slots.
Nope. Should have been a sorcerer.
Be the same problem. I just wouldn't be able to learn anything.
I think the problem's worse for a sorcerer. Even less spell
really?
slots.
Oh.
No, same spell slots.
Do they?
You just.
I nudged my head towards the door on my right.
Yep.
And just say, telepathically, if the spell's still working.
I'll keep doing it so you can answer me.
Okay.
It's a one-time thing, but I can keep sending it basically so you can keep responding.
Okay. And then just say, door on the right? Or your left? My right?
After you.
Does this one look the same as all the other doors?
They are all identical.
I'm going to tap Mithrandir on the shoulder and say, hey, tell him about the The half dead. What's his name?
Oh, Trojan. Yeah.
Trojan. Yeah. Don't tell the big guy about it though. Just tell Findak.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I will cast it again. It's a cantrip. I can abuse it. I will say, ran into Trojan. He's following us. I barred the door from this side. We can still get through if we need to, but he'll have to find a new way. He is after the same thing we are.
Okay. Just motion to go in the next door.
Do it.
Okay, step through.
You see the walls of this chamber are decorated with 6 life-size bas-relief carvings that depict a diverse collection of priests, each adorned in billowing robes covered in these same Thessalonian runes. An intricate scripture winds around the carvings, coiling across them and along the walls like an immensely long tangle of ribbons. Several ancient skeletons, clad in hide armor, are laying along the far wall. I think that probably Gavrix might be able to see. You would recognize this armor as Shoanti.
Bring my spider back up.
So you're saying I'm in there now then?
No, but you can peek in through around the corner as the door opens. I imagine you're looking as well. Maybe you're not looking, but if you are looking, then.
Okay, yeah, we'll say I am.
And you would see these skeletons. They're long desiccated. Their flesh gone. It's just bones. But they're wearing Shoanti armor.
Motion for everybody to come inside.
It won't let me.
Yeah,
Oh,
click the door.
I thought I had. Okay, I'm in now. Weird.
okay. Mithrandir, do you still have the comprehend languages spell going?
Yeah, it lasts for an hour.
Okay.
So I assume so.
Okay. Do you begin to? These rooms look a little bit different. They might say something different than the previous.
Yeah, I'd like to go ahead and read them. Sure, I'll take the time. It's
shut the door also behind you.
Yeah, it takes about a minute to read 1 page of text. That's what it says. So I imagine it takes some time to decipher everything, but I'll take the time.
Some of the portions are missing, but you begin reading along one portion of the wall. Put yourself in the map, like where you start.
I will start, I guess, this way.
Okay.
Left to right.
So the first portion of this section is missing, but it says, what you can read, it says, and the dark tapestry. In the dark tapestry, the key is written, and it says, and while you're reading that, what else is Krojan seeing these remains of your people and being a part of the Sko and Kwa, which is the tribe that cares for the dead? What might occur? What might pop into his mind?
Through Gavrix?
Gavrik, yes. Sorry. Too many names that sound the same.
Shit. Can you say what it all said again, or what you?
So there are several skeletons that are lying in this portion of the wall, just laying against it. They're just kind of laying on their side. The skeletons seem to be intact, but they're wearing Shoanti armor. Their weapons lay by their side as well.
Like they look like they struggled? or just kind of?
Do a wisdom or a medicine check.
There's a 16.
It doesn't look like they struggled. They seem to maybe just laid there. If there was any damage to them, it wasn't. You can't see it on their bones. They don't have any broken bones. Their skeletons seem to be completely intact.
No, I don't. That's. I guess yeah. If I don't know if he feels like. What were you gonna say?
Oh, so I was gonna ask if you have anything to carry with, because like I feel like being a part of the Skull and Qua, like it's engraved in your culture to tend for the dead, even if they're not your own. They are of your people.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was gonna say. Like if I wanted to bring the remains out to bury them for for proper rituals or something like that, But I don't know, it's probably how many of them are there?
There's at least 4.
They said 6, wasn't it?
Yes. Okay, 6. So you see Gavrik moving over to the corner, the far wall, to begin gently and respectfully taking the remains of his people. What does Findak and Redrix do?
I'd walk over to Redrix and be like, Acropolis, more like Necropolis. Got some dead guys over there.
Definitely Nipcropolis. The statues in the last room we were in.
Oh, you had a statue too?
Oh yeah.
What was yours?
Some lady on a star. Nipples. That's about all I got from it.
Okay. Ours.
It was really dark in there. It was hard to see.
Well, we came across a statue too that had a head of a 7-pointed star and it had some wings, and it had a jade-handled whip, which Gavrik was able to remove. But when he removed the quill, he fucking broke it.
It's typical. Probably what Gary is thinking is like typical Tashama. Can't even get my name right.
Yep.
Mithrandir.
I'm also kind of irritated by them. I kind of look back at them and be like, and just kind of mumble, "Respect or dead." Since I kind of hear them talking and kind of, to each other.
Yeah, I'm doing it very quietly, but sure. It's a very small room.
Mithrandir continues to read, and in the dark tapestry, the key is written, and it says, so Gavrik, you continue to gather the remains of your ancestors. Maybe they're not even your ancestors. Maybe they're from a different tribe. You'd have to do some kind of a check to kind of determine. It's faded. The leather is well worn and aged. The engravings in it aren't exactly clear anymore. You can do a wisdom check.
Okay.
Or investigation.
Yeah, he's got a 10 for wisdom.
You can make out that this is from at least one of them is from the Lai Runqua, the clan of the moon.
Okay.
They're a solitary clan that worships a moon goddess on the other side of the Cinderlands. But you do see them occasionally when they're not on their mystic retreats. Redrix and Findak?
I'm kind of just looking at these statues. Anything standing out to me? Like
nipples?
Like nipples,
whips,
dicks, balls.
whips, marks.
No, like
Monsters.
are they looking in any specific direction, or like looking at each other in any certain way?
They all
any
seem
facial expression?
They all seem to be. They're all covered in some kind of robe, and a hood is over them. They're all in like supplicated sort of position where they're like kneeling or they're in prayer. They all seem to be pointing towards again this figure that you see of a serpentine woman, woman with a snake for her lower half, a sahedron for a head. But without being able to comprehend languages, you can't really tell. Several minutes have gone by. Mithrandir continues to read, and in the dark tapestry, the key is written, and it says, Mithrandir, I'd like you to do a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. Is this something of charm?
Yes.
Okay, then I have advantage because I'm an elf.
Okay.
I got a 20.
Damn.
You get a feeling that you've read this same line before,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't pull yourself away
feeling.
from the possibility of knowing something that no one else has learned of before. This is the key, this dark tapestry. If only I read a little bit more, I'll find out, I'll know the answer. And so you're compelled to read again.
Okay.
And the dark tapestry, the key is written, and it says, you're just staring at that same section.
What does it say, Craig? What does it say?
It says, and in the dark tapestry, the key is written, and it says.
What does it say, Craig? What does it say?
It says the key is written in the dark tapestry, and it says. And you keep saying that to yourself. You maybe even start mumbling it to yourself at this point.
I would imagine so, yeah.
Okay, you said there was a statue in here?
No, they're boss reliefs, so they're kind of like 3-dimensional. They're still attached to the wall, but like they're popping out.
I asked if they're all looking at something, so they're kneeling towards the statue of the serpentine body.
Yes, which is directly and against this far eastern wall there that I'm hanging.
Okay. What's that one look like?
It looks
like what's it have in its arms?
Mm-hmm. It has a whip in one hand and a quill in the other. And they're all kneeling in prayer to this goddess, the 6-winged, sahedron-headed goddess.
Okay.
It looks just like it looks just like the bronze statue that you had seen.
And I look at Redrix and say, "Is that what it looked like for you too?"
Yeah. Not as nipply, but pretty close. And then Redrix is going to excuse himself to the corner to relieve himself. So we've been down in here for quite some time.
True. You haven't really rested. You traveled the entire night.
And on that note, I'll be right back.
Okay. Because he's got to pee.
Don't go anywhere.
All right. Gavrik.
Where's our sponsors?
You finished collecting the remains of your ancestors, and have wrapped them as carefully and respectfully as you could You place them into your satchel.
I'd like to try taking that whip out.
Okay.
See if I notice anything about it, if it's anything different in the room with it.
It's a beautifully made weapon. You don't have any kind of identifying ability, like spells or abilities, do you?
No, not that I know of.
You can do an investigation on it. I will allow. As you're inspecting it. It doesn't give off any kind of... It doesn't seem to react with anything in this room, though.
Okay. So which one? What did you say again? Sorry, I was reading something else on here.
It's okay. So an investigation check.
Okay.
Because you're trying to kind of determine the quality of this thing.
This is a 15.
It's a very, very well made weapon. It's lasted, who knows how many hundreds, if not thousands and thousands of years in this ruined Acropolis. And you're holding it, and maybe you're like flipping it around a little bit, testing its strength and durability, and it seems to be extremely well made. Wondrous, one might say.
All right. I look at everyone else and said, "Look, Indiana Jones, bitch. Now I just need the hat."
Okay, do I happen to notice Mithrandir still at the same spot? And I'm gonna kind of walk over to him and be like, "Have you found anything out yet?"
Mithrandir only responds with the same things he's been reading. And in the dark tapestry, the key is written, and it says, and he just repeats that over and over again to you. Sorry, I took control of your character for a second.
Go for it.
Guys, I think something's wrong with Mithrandir.
No, he's not. He's learning things. It's great.
I'm gonna wander over there after I'm done shaking off.
You got some pea dribble on your hands.
He just keeps mumbling that same phrase over and over again. He points it out on the wall and reads it. And in the dark tapestry, the key is written, and it says, and he just goes over and over and over again.
Can I attempt to use Mind Sliver to kind of shake him out? Like, use a psychic spike, basically, that says you drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of one creature you can see within range. The target must succeed in an intelligence saving throw or take 1d6 physical damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw.
Because he is so enthralled by this, Mithrandir, I'll give you one more chance to break out of it. Maybe Findak tries to shake you a little bit. Otherwise, you're going to get disadvantage on if you fail this roll, you'll get disadvantage on the Mind Sliver.
Yep.
And you'll just continue.
Got a 23.
You continue to read.
Dang. All right.
You are completely enthralled with the possibility, and you're just so focused on this one section of the wall. You cannot tear yourself away. You can all do... Well, actually, no. Just Gavrik, seeing this play out, do a... you can do a insight check.
$19.
This is probably what killed your those other Shoanti that had been here. They had become enthralled with this wall of glyphs and runes. Did you still want to cast Mind Sliver or Shiver?
Yeah, trying to get him out of whatever.
Now, because you're so enthralled with this fragment of knowledge, you'll have disadvantage on this intelligence saving throw.
Okay. So I need to make an intelligence saving throw.
Yeah.
With disadvantage, it is a 13.
Okay, you fail.
Okay, is that good? Did I want to fail?
No.
Oh, I wanted it to pass. Okay.
You take 10 psychic damage.
Oh, well, I didn't need that anyway.
And then you also take a 1d4 from your next saving throw.
Oh,
Sorry.
good. Thanks, buddy.
Okay.
Ow, my brain.
It doesn't jar his head from
On his next saving throw, he'll still have the -4, but I'll give him advantage on the saving throw. He'll still have a -4 to it, but he'll have advantage. I don't know if that'll help him.
I say I've already got advantage since it's a charm effect, so but that's fine.
Okay. Double advantage.
Take that. Sure.
I'll give you double advantage.
Okay. It says.
Redrix, do something.
I'm gonna grab Mithrandir by his shoulders and
Reading.
shake him, and just
I'm
start
reading.
slapping him.
No. I gotta learn
Shaking him.
things. No.
Like in the airplane movie, where we all
I need
return,
to learn.
just kind of passes to the next person steps in, starts shaking and slapping him.
All right, go ahead and do another saving throw. Wisdom.
Wisdom, right?
Uh-huh.
Wisdom, right?
Yes.
Yeah. To 21.
You are still enthralled with this scripture.
Heck yeah.
Okay, what's it written on? Is it like actual
The wall?
cloth?
It is on the wall. It's engraved into the stone.
Dang.
What items do you have on your cloak of useful items?
Let's see.
Like, obviously, I can look at it and see items.
10 gems worth 1,000 each. 10-foot cube, a bunch of daggers, a ladder, a lantern, a mirror, 10-foot pole, a bunch of potions of healing, a riding horse, a couple things of rope, a rowboat, and a window.
I'm gonna grab the mirror off of it and hold it up in front of his face.
I would go with rowboat.
Do another check with advantage. Saving throw.
I was gonna say, what if you just cover his eyes when he can't read?
28.
Seeing yourself in the mirror, you see directly into your own eyes, and you snap out of whatever spell had been placed on you.
What did it say? It's a
All
good
you
thing
know-
that's saved because I can't go any higher than that.
That's what I was
That's the
counting
highest I
on.
could have got.
Yes. The difficulty bar has been raised to level 10.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All you know is that the key is written in the Dark Tapestry and that it says something. You'd have to read more of the runes to find out. But it says, you just know that it's written in the Dark Tapestry.
What did it say?
Keep that mirror handy. I'm going to go read the next.
Do you return to reading?
Can I read the... Yeah. Can I read the next section? What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
Mithrandir, no! And you start reading.
You could
have learned things.
As soon as he turns... So do you really do that?
I mean, I would probably discuss it a little bit, but I assume we need to read this to learn how we get this talisman.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on to that mirror then.
Yeah, so hang on to it.
Do an arcana check.
10.
10.
Yeah.
The name
Arcana,
Dark
like, plus
Tapestry
30?
My head hurts.
does
Somebody
sound
hit me.
familiar. As we cut to black as you're thinking, several moments earlier, or we fade in to the exterior shot of the Acropolis. We fade in and see several moments earlier, the Acropolis, horses tied nearby in the shade to protect them from the sun. You see a wiry, sun-beaten Parisian man with a worn cowboy hat and a duster atop his bronc. He spits into the dusty earth. We see that he is accompanied by 4 mounted individuals clad in red insectoid armor. They are all riding identical black horses. Well, it looks like that little show auntie we picked up was right. We pan over to see that a leather leash is attached to his saddle. The camera follows the lead to a bound and gagged show auntie girl. Her face is pointed down to the ground. She appears to have suffered a severe beating. A large black feline glares at the girl, waiting for permission to pounce. Those strangers you're looking for are probably still down there. One of the armored individuals turns to face the cowboy, and in a distorted voice responds, "You're done here. You may report back now." Then the 4 ride in tandem down to the Acropolis. Yeah. We cut to black and return back to... Now, y'all don't... Your characters don't know that happened. This is like exposition.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mithrandir is trying to think of where he had heard of the Dark Tapestry. The 4 of you, the other remaining 3 of you, I mean. Now, y'all don't know what that scene took place. That was for you, the players, and the one listener. So that's what, your characters just know that Mithrandir was kind of there, mesmerized by this wall, and that, I don't even know if this Mithrandir even know about the statue. You only told Redrix from what Mithrandir was enthralled by the wall.
Yep. I know about the north statue, not the south one. I guess if you told me before I go back to this wall.
Well, you turn from one wall to the next to figure it out.
Okay.
We got the fucking trusty mirror ready.
There you go. Okay. And it says
that through Alyssa, we will gain knowledge, and through knowledge we will gain power. We will gain the respect of the Rune Lord. We will prove ourselves worthy to our Rune Goddess, and we will wage war against all those who fight against our empire. And you become fixated on that wall.
Of course.
The rest of you, what are you all doing?
I'm watching Mithrandir. If I notice him repeating the same shit.
Possibly. Okay.
Yeah, I as well am poised and ready to shake and slap.
So Mithrandir continues to read that section of the wall over and over again. Gavrik, you see these three Tashamic that you've been assigned to
These idiots.
witness, and you've heard them mumbling disrespectful things about your ancestors' bones. You saw one of them urinate in the corner.
Got a little splash on the bones a little bit.
Yeah. I can definitely say I'm deeply offended.
Hey now. I've been nothing but respectful.
Hey, it's sterile, okay?
You could drink it if you needed.
Yeah. In case no one packed a water skin. I mean, I dumped some in the corner there.
Bastard.
And so, Findak, do you ready the mirror in front of Mithrandir?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and so as you're doing that, and Findak places the mirror or holds the mirror in front of your face again. This door opens again. I'm on the wrong one. I'm on the right one. The door opens, and Crojan.
When we came in? This fucker.
He comes in, backed by his retinue. That was very disrespectful what you did to Shaman. We are not here to fight you. We only want the Thrallkeeper's mark. Only one of us can get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Why should the Tashamiks like you, why should you deserve the Thrallkeeper's mark?
I mean,
You there.
Whoever gets it first.
And he points over to Gavrik. Now, Gavrik, you would recognize Krojan as the chief of the Sklarqua. Now, he's not necessarily the one that the party needs to gain respect from. They need to earn respect by deeds. Have these Tashamik been respectful?
Oh God.
So respectful.
Oh shit. God damn, that's oh man, you really put me on a spot there, man.
You can just remain silent. You're only here to observe.
Plead the fifth.
I'll just say I kind of put my head down. I look down. I don't really say anything.
You could even just tell him that you found remains of ancestors here that you were going to return to.
Yeah.
You can even show it to them and ask them if they can identify the armor. I'm just trying to help you out so you're not so much on the spot. I know it's kind of a heavy thing to be on in the spotlight for.
Yeah. What's up? Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking I would do, throwing him something of the remains that I was respectful to them, and that I was planning on giving them a proper burial and all that.
Krojan looks at the remains. I recognize this totem spear. This is from the Sklarqua. Thank you, cousin. Will you put this into the Cairnlands, the Callow Mounds? That's where your people get buried.
Okay. Yeah. I give him my word. I'll do that.
He puts his hand on your shoulder. That is good. This room looks empty. These Tashamik look distracted. We'll look elsewhere. You keep an eye on them. Make sure that they do right. And
give him a head nod.
He'll leave.
Hey, watch out for tentacles.
Yeah, we see. You made noise.
That's what Tashamek do.
That's what it means, the noisy people.
Yep.
So they walk off. They're looking for somewhere else to find whatever the Thrall Keeper's mark is. So you were holding the mirror up to Mithrandir's face. Go ahead and do your check without the -4, I guess.
So I rolled a 19 and a 20 with advantage, so I got a 28 again.
Mm-hmm. So, you got a 28 again. Okay. So you snap
I did.
out. You snap out.
Don't know how, but I did. Sweet.
So you snap out of it. Go ahead and do another. You can either do an Arcana or a History check. Now that you've read a little bit more.
11.
11.
Better than the 10.
You do remember reading about
Jeez.
the Rune Lords and about the Dark Tapestry, but you not much else.
Helpful. Come on, dum-dum. Remember your stuff.
What'd you find out on that one?
Something about a Rune Lord. I've seen it before, I just can't remember where. My brain's all fuzzy. Because somebody blind spiked me.
Maybe reading more will help you.
It might. It just might.
Maybe.
Alright, you got the mirror ready?
Hold on.
What you got?
Where would you have read about them? Back at Eel's End? In one of your books?
No.
Nope.
In a library.
So.
Which library? One that I would know?
A city library or a college library?
Yeah. So there's the
Never
big
mind.
one
Never
at
mind. Never mind.
Yep.
It's gotta be within range, and it's not within range, so don't worry about it. Alright, read some more, I guess.
Okay. Going so well so far.
I mean, knowledge is power, right? Isn't that what something on that tapestry said that you repeated to me?
Yeah. Knowledge is power, so here comes the knowledge.
So you begin reading more. You read about the rise of a Rune Lord named Kurzog, and that he was partnered with the Rune goddess of Lysala, named Lysala. You hear about how it was through the Dark Tapestry that Lysala created Kershu, who was to be her herald, to gather worshippers. And so you read that line over and over and over again. What are the rest of you doing, Redrix and Gavrik?
I'm gonna kind of peek out the door and watch those Trojan and them and see which way they go.
So you're peeking out the door, and you see that while you all are doing that, they are heading down to the south, just kind of exploring, looking for things that they perceive as useful. They can't read the runes, so it just looks like chicken scratch.
I'm gonna kind of stand there with my lightsaber and keep watch on the doorway.
I'm gonna make sure he doesn't pee anywhere again.
How long does that does that iron door last for?
I believe it's indefinite. Let me look.
Okay. And then Gavrik, what are you doing again?
I'm just kind of watching over all of them, kind of making sure they're being respectful, I guess. I mean, I don't know, is there much else I can look at or examine in this room?
I mean, in this room, all you see again is all these worshippers in robes and religious paraphernalia all seem to be facing and worshiping that Sahedron headed goddess against this wall where Mithrandir is facing. It looks exactly like the statue that you had seen to the south.
I'll ask. Well, I don't know if there's anywhere else we can go from here. If this is where we all came from and ended up here.
It's a little tricky.
Yeah.
But with the right skills applied, might be able to figure it out. Maybe there's some things you missed, you kind of glossed over. So, and Mithrandir's again enthralled with this wall, just reading it over and over again. He begins to mumble the story of the Rune Lord Kurzog and how Lysala created what's her face? Kershu.
Yeah, Kershu.
Findak, are you waiting in the to snap, to attempt to help snap?
Hear it.
As soon as I hear him start repeating it, I put the mirror up.
Okay. You can go ahead and do another check, Mithrandir.
27.
Yep, you're deeply enthralled with this wall. You keep staring at the Sahedron face of Lysala. But all of the runes seem to just tell this story.
What if we drag him out of the room? Would that break his enthrallment?
You want to give it a try?
Yeah, I'm going to move over and bear hug him, wrestle him away from the wall.
Okay, you're going to have to do an opposing check because he's enthralled by
It
this.
shouldn't be too hard for you.
He's enslaved, one might say, to these runes on the wall.
Would this be a strength save?
Yes.
Oh, I think I got this. I got this, guys.
Yeah.
You got it? Okay.
That's a 26 for me.
Oh, okay, good. It's an 18 for me.
Okay. You pull him
Did
away.
really well,
his eyes are still trying to look back at the wall. He can't quite see it again. You're going to take D4
Got it
injury
out.
damage.
Okay.
And that's permanent.
Ooh. Okay.
And you may try to break out of the spell.
23.
You are still urged back to the wall. You can still see it, the runes. When you close your eyes, you're back at the wall, and you're just reading over and over again. What did you get on that D4 roll?
Oh, I didn't know I was rolling. Sorry.
Yep.
3.
3. You take 3 intellect damage. What's the blue number for? when I click on your character?
AC. That's my AC.
That's your AC? Okay, the green one is going to be, what's your intellect score right now?
Intelligence 20.
That's with the -4?
No, now it's 17.
Okay. Green is your intellect currently. And that's permanent damage. Being torn away from this wall without breaking the spell yourself.
My bad.
Thanks.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
No, it didn't.
Hey man, muscle's gonna muscle.
Yeah, you just broke the wizard's brain.
I'm gonna go back to guard the doorway.
Okay.
I'll kind of go up to Findak and ask him if he thinks we should go and look somewhere else.
Not with Mithrandir stuck reading this stuff. I can't leave him.
Well, I meant me and Ben's character.
Who's Ben?
I don't fucking know. I can't. You don't have their names up, so I can't fucking read them.
It'd be like you, Blondie. Glasses.
Yeah.
Said the big, handsome, muscular guy.
Yeah, the guy a little less uglier than me.
No. You guys do whatever. I gotta stay with Mithrandir.
So do you let Mithrandir go back to the wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see the error my way is.
Do you? So Gavrik asked if you guys want to look elsewhere. They all responded.
You wanna go solo mission?
I didn't really ask him.
Oh.
I'm kind of mad at him for being in there.
Oh.
That's why I went and asked Findak.
Oh, Findak. Okay.
I'm shunning him.
Mithrandir, Findak, did you hold the mirror up to his face again?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll with your advantages.
It's not a 28.
Yeah, you're still enthralled.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well,
Hey,
I've got to roll a crit. Otherwise, it doesn't matter.
The more times you read it, the better it gets ingrained into your memory.
Sure. Sure.
That's how that works, right? Maybe you'll get smarter and gain 3 intelligence back.
I don't see that happening.
Go ahead and try another intelligence.
Hey, there we go. 28.
Mithrandir seems to
Jesus.
turn to his senses.
Okay, we're leaving this room. I'm done.
This door.
My brain
I'm
hurts.
over it. My brain hurts. I'm over it.
Can you?
This door opens.
Oh. Well,
shit.
maybe we don't want to leave this room.
It opens towards you and closes off this corridor to the north and to the south. So now it leads only into this room. You don't see anything though.
I'm gonna step back from the doorway slowly.
And we should probably end there because it's 10:30 now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Mithrandir, you were not able to break yourself away?
Yeah, I got
He
away.
did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Before we leave, I guess we can leave it at that then. Yeah, you're still over here. You just snapped out.
I walked away.
Don't try to
I got that.
reposition yourself. All right, we'll just end it there. All right, guys. Hopefully you had fun. Sorry about if you're watching this and you're like, why can't I see anything? It's our first time using and recording with dynamic lighting. I thought it would spice things up a little bit. So anyway, I guess we'll call it here, and we'll post this up Friday for you guys and the paying attention out there, part of our club, exclusive. Free everybody, like us and subscribe, and we'll be playing City of Mist this Sunday, right?
Yep.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm a little scared to see what happens with Thorn, Detective Enkidu. I'm a little nervous about it, honestly, but I'm excited. Been looking forward to it. So, all right. Well, I guess that's it for now. All right. Night, everybody.